In 1964, a small farm in central Ohio was selected as the site for the future Mount Vernon Nazarene College. The dream initiated by the church inspired a calling of pioneer leaders, faculty, and staff who set out with a budget of only $5,000. The vision and commitment shared by university, city, and church leadership inspired the purchase of the land in 1967, thus beginning a miraculous journey and an incredible legacy.
When we learned we were coming here, I was very anxious about it. It was just a farm. It had farm buildings on it. The barn was on it, which is still here today. And then the mansion was here, and that became all the offices from the third floor all the way down. Every nook and cranny was crammed with someone working, because that was the only building we had that they could have offices in.
The classrooms were not ready. The cafeteria was not ready. So we went ahead and started school. My first office was on the third floor of the administration building. The English professor, Cecil Inman, and I shared that office. I guess you could call it an office. It was a 6-foot-long folding table. He had one end and I had the other.
Bare. The campus looked very bare in 1968. I mean, there was I think this building was here and Pioneer Hall. I think boys slept on one side and girls slept on the other, till they finished Oakwood. It wasn't as beautiful as it is now.
One of the great things about MVNU at the beginning was the sense that almost everyone had an individual story to tell, but it all had a common theme that they felt like God had brought them here.
In 1967, towards the end of the year, I had received a call from Mid-American Nazarene College, and they offered me a teaching position there after a couple interviews. Well, they called me in the spring again and said, "We've changed our mind, we've decided to go another direction. We're sorry." And I said, "Well, okay, that's God. He didn't want me to go there." So I went home to visit my mom and dad, and they said, "Do you know that they're starting a Nazarene school here in 1968? I said, "No, I didn't." That's how I came here. But I was led all the way in all those things.
I had attempted to go through several open doors, and God had closed them. This door opened, and it opened wide. And I felt that it was God leading me to be here. So when I came to Mount Vernon, I felt that I came with a personal call from the Lord to be here. And I thought, wow, I don't know how to start a new school. I don't know how to build a new department. I had done some classroom work, but can I do this? And the Lord reminded me of his promise to me. And it came from the first chapter of Joshua, which incidentally my wife had been directed to as well, just a different verse. My verse was, "As I was with Moses, I will be with you. I've promised you I would be with you, and I will." So that was my call to come to Mount Vernon.
It's amazing to me when I look back at the beginning and have seen the progression over the years. God's hand is in this, it really is. There are hard times during the growth of the university, there are issues that come up, but God built this school and he is nourishing this school. And he wants those students to come here, to learn about him and to see a faculty that love the Lord and that care about them and want them to succeed in life and to give them the tools to go out and become successful Christ-like people. That's what I wish for those students. And we have that here.
As I think about the future of MVNU, I cannot help but think about the past. And my prayer, my wish for the future of this great institution is that the goals of our founders, Stephen Neese and others, will not only be present today, but will be like the eternal flame for the future. That the same principles that guided us will guide the faculty and staff and administration today and 25 years from now. That this institution will always be Christian. It will always be Nazarene. It will always hold high the education standard so that nothing is sacrificed by being Christian or Nazarene, but that we will set our sights on the highest goals, and that the years to come will so overshadow what we have been and even what we are today, that those who are here then can look back and say, what a long distance we have come, but we still have the pattern that we began with. To seek to learn is to seek to serve.
In the university's brief history, over 21,000 alumni have graduated from this place with these humble beginnings. Fulfilling their own callings, these alumni serve all around the world, carrying on the legacy of Mount Vernon Nazarene University. Those pioneer leaders who followed God's calling are passing the torch to future generations of alumni who believe that the work of the university has just begun. The words spoken by our founding president, Dr. Stephen Neese, still inspire us today. We seek to follow his flame that shines before us. Shine forth.